Alright, so I have set number 2 loaded up. It looks like it's going to be Hyuk versus Action. And 104 KT. Okay, so are you ready with the VOD?
Yep, I'm ready.
Alright, gonna start it in 3, 2, 1, go. So, there is Hyuk, the Master Zerg himself. Of course, the phrase getting Hyuked is named after none other than this infamous player. He used to be pretty terrible, which is why getting Hyuked... Well, it's funny, because getting Hyuked used to be bad. It used to refer to, basically... It's almost like... Hyuk was actually kind of like Jaehoon, or the original Jaehoon. He just like kept doing retarded things in games, and the phrase getting Hyuked was born. But then he actually started getting good. I actually can't remember exactly when he started getting good, but he actually started getting good, and now he's a pretty decent Zerg player. And getting Hyuked can actually refer to the other player getting Hyuked. So that was a very convoluted and unclear explanation, but whatever. I blame jet lag. I have like the perfect excuse for this whole weekend of casting, is that I have like ridiculous jet lag. Anyways, there is Action, who I'm not really sure about his ZVZ actually. I mean, his ZVT late game especially is quite good, or maybe I should say was quite good. Apparently he's fallen off a little bit, but ZVZ against Hyuk, not so sure about Action's chances there. It's interesting. I mean, SKT has sent out Su and Hyuk now, not sending up any of their Protoss heavy hitters just yet. Kind of, I don't know. I wonder if KT or rather SKT thought that KT might actually like bust out Flash and Stats in the first 2 sets, so they like send out some sacrificial Zergs or something, and then they bust out their Protoss trio and take the next 3. Or something like that. Like, I'm wondering if that's a strategy. And it did kind of work with Flash. I mean, you know, sending out Su to lose to Flash is fine. I'd much rather do that than, you know, send out Bisu and have him lose or something. Anyways, looks like we're gonna get started here. And looks like we're gonna go allied colors because they are white and yellow. So we are allying. I believe he allied Hyuk. Did he ally Hyuk?
Yeah, he did ally Hyuk.
Okay. Excellent. So Hyuk is the yellow Zerg in the bottom left, Action the red Zerg in the bottom right. The map is actually Outlier, so I'm wondering if either of these players is like an anti-Protoss sniper. Of course, Outlier seems to be a pretty heavily Protoss favored map, but we have seen a number of PVZs on it. Just because they, like, teams expect each other to send Protosses, so they send Zergs to snipe them. Or at least, that's what I've read in a few interviews. Anyways.
No, you're absolutely correct on that. It's like, they try to snipe them with Zerg players, so it's not really that rare right now that we see 2 Zerg players playing. For the second set on this map.
Yeah. It's fun. It's like some kind of mind game. It's like, oh, if I send out a Protoss, you're gonna snipe me with a Zerg. So I'll send out like some... Man, I don't know, how many Terrans have we seen? That I can remember, I think I've only seen 1 Terran play on this map. Was that like in week 1 it was Mind against somebody or something like that? I don't know, because if people keep sending Zergs to snipe, you could be like, oh, I'll send like a Terran to snipe your Zerg. Go Sicilian merchant style. Anyway, looks like the Overlords are going to pass in the middle of the map, which is a little bit interesting. That means one of them scouted... like, not incorrectly, but not to the closest natural. Also, it looks like Action got his gas first, whereas Hyuk just went pool and then gas. So it's gonna be an interesting deviation. But let me think. Okay, the naturals face the natural. Okay, Okay, it looks like Action scouted quote-unquote correctly, and Hyuk sent his... Or Hyuk should have sent his Overlord to the 12 o'clock, because that's where the natural is closer to him, but instead he sent it to the bottom right. So I'm not sure what the reasoning... I guess the reasoning behind that might be if he gets halfway and he doesn't see an Overlord coming from that direction, he changes direction or something like that. Anyways, looks like we have an expansion for Hyuk and a lair already for Action. So pretty big deviation here in the builds. And it looks like Hyuk's Overlord is just now getting over to Action's main. I actually can't... Okay, there's Action's Overlord as well. I was looking on the minimap to see where it was, and it was kind of like obscured by the white box thing. Anyway, Hyuk has now started his own lair as well. And looks like a few of his Zerglings are running out on the map. Action, meanwhile, has made a hatchery in his main. So that is going to give Hyuk the advantage if this game gets to, I guess, mid-game-ish. Basically, if Hyuk can start mining that gas at his natural, he will certainly have the advantage. But for the time being, Action does have the gas advantage since his gas did finish first. So he's going to have a temporary advantage in the air. But, I mean, I don't know, Lokim, what do you think? You're the Zerg player, right? I'm terrible at ZVZ. What do you think about this situation?
What actually happened was Action went for Overgas, which is actually, Action does that a lot in ZVZ, and Hyuk went for 12 pull, which actually counters Overgas. What Action has to do here, he's going for a timing. What Overgas gives you? It gives you 600 gas when your Spire comes up, the second hatchery in your main. So what Action has to do a lot of damage right here. If he doesn't do damage, then the pull with the second Geyser is going to completely dominate.
It's quite a nice line of Zerglings there at the bottom of the ramp. Anyway, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize it actually lined up that nicely, that you get the 600 exactly as your second hatch finishes. That's quite interesting. Anyway, so it looks like we're just having a Zergling standoff here at the ramp. Overlord seeing the Zerglings come out. Oh, looks like Hyuk being fancy, sniping one of the Zerglings. Gonna snipe a second Zergling there. Look at that. Very, very cool. Basically just sending two Zerglings to attack one, and oh, no, looks like Action is a little bit wiser to this now, but he has lost two Zerglings for free, I believe, and that is quite nice. Oh, looks like Hyuk going in again, messes up a little bit, trades the Zerglings 1 for 1 there. I don't think he's gonna be able to break this though. He like really wants to, but that is a pretty tight Zergling wall. Oh, looks like Action shuffles a little bit, and oh no, allows the Zerglings to run in a little bit on the top side, but the rest of them don't come down, so Action is going to take this battle barely, even though Hyuk committed quite a few more Zerglings there. So not the best move by Hyuk. He is at least going to get a Zergling in the base, going to run around, see what's up. He's going to see the Mutas pop out. And what anti-muta defense does he have? He looks like he's got Larva morphing. Are those Mutas? Are those Scourge? I don't know. There are... It looks like only 4 or 5 Mutas, not the full 6 going in. It looks like only 4 Mutas actually. And it looks like the first pair of Scourge come out. How good is the micro? Oh, looks like both Scourge do get micro down. And looks like a pair of Scourge for Action coming in as well. He's going to get a couple of these drones at the natural. It looks like does get 2 of the drones. Is he going to get a third one? A lot of air... I mean... Action, I thought it... Does he not have the air advantage right now? Looks like a few Scourge landing. He is going to get a few Scourge on Hyuk's Mutas as well. I cannot tell who has more Mutas at this point. It looks like Hyuk now has the Muta advantage. Action is retreating. But, oh, does get another drone before he leaves. And no, he's going back in now with some reinforcements. The Scourge hitting, another Muta coming out for Hyuk. I still don't know who has the Muta advantage. Going by the supply count, though, it looks like Action does, but just barely. But he is going to retreat now, and Hyuk has replaced the drones on his natural gas. I would imagine, yeah, he only has 5 guys on minerals, though, so probably going to favor a couple more Scourge at this point, and have more gas than minerals. Action, on the other hand, has a lot of excess minerals, and he's invested that in Zerglings, which do not have speed yet, by the way. He saved all the gas for those Mutas. I'm pretty sure those don't have speed. Yeah, look, those definitely look like slowlings. Anyway, a random Overlord in the middle of the map is going to get taken down by Action. And Hyuk actually, these Zerglings could provide a lot of difficulty for him because he doesn't have the minerals to match these Zerglings with his own. And there's no sunken anywhere either. Looks like he's actually pulled all the drones from his natural. No, never mind, there's still one there mining gas, but he pulled the others that he put there, and the mutas are going to take down all these Zerglings before they can get into the base, but that's going to allow Action's mutas to take down that one drone that was mining gas there. But I think that was smart to pull back some of those drones from the natural. Looks like another Overlord. Nope, not going to get taken down. But two more Links are running in here while Hyuk's mutas are away, chasing down Action's mutas. These two Zerglings could do a lot of damage here. Is Hyuk paying attention? It looks like, though, even if they do a lot of damage, he's still killing so many mutas. Looks like two drones getting taken down. Hyuk finally realized what's going on. He's just going to pull all the drones. For just two Zerglings, I think he could just attack those. I don't know why he needs to pull everything. Oh, man, a bit of an overreaction, I think, by Hyuk there. But, well, he's going to be able to continue mining now from the natural. He's going to clean up his base with the two Zerglings. Action is doing a fantastic job here for just testing Hyuk's multitask. More Links running into the natural, barely not sniping that drone, but once again forcing the drones off the minerals, stopping Hyuk from mining. And there's actually a spore colony in Action's base. A little bit surprised by that. Perhaps in the earlier air engagement, he got a little bit nervous and was scared of like a muta counterattack or something. Anyway, it looks like he sent his own drone out to the natural, to his natural expansion. Looks like, has he taken it yet? I'm trying to tell from the minimap if he actually planted that or not. I don't think so. Anyway, looks like a couple of random Links going to get sniped down there in the middle of the map. Supply count's still quite close here, 30 against 28. Action going to finish off his Overlord that he damaged earlier. I'm not actually sure how many mutas he was able to salvage earlier while the Zerglings were rampaging in the main base of Hyuk. Anyway, what do you think about the situation, Locum?
The game is pretty much, in my opinion, it's pretty much over right now. Action can't really do anything, and Hyuk has the complete defender's advantage. And he has the more larva, more gas. I don't really see Action doing anything here.
There is the KT coach. There's Reach looking a little bit concerned behind him. And people say you're still a little bit quiet. Can you actually turn yourself up? Because I've kind of already turned you up a lot on my TeamSpeak. Anyways, there is the drone at Action's natural, still just chilling there. Hasn't had enough money to make the natural yet. And looks like we do have a sunken down for Hyuk that's going to help him against those annoying Zergling counterattacks. But it looks like Action's mutas are going into the main. How many drones can they kill? Looks like only getting one drone before the mutas of Hyuk come back to ward them away. But oh, look at this! Two Zerglings running into the natural as well. The sunken seems to be actually barely out of range of the mineral line. So the drone's just going to go mine some gas instead. And Hyuk trying to intercept the mutas of Action here. Looks like is he going to be able to? He's kind of cornering the mutas a little bit. Action's Link, though, just going to start working on that extractor at the natural. And, Scourge getting micro down. It looks like we are going to have an engagement. Hyuk forcing the issue. Most of the Scourge go down. I think a lot of them did hit Hyuk's mutas, but it doesn't matter. Hyuk seems to have a huge muta advantage. Action just trying to sacrifice one muta for the greater good, but Hyuk not going to take the bait. Going to chase down the rest of the mutas. And looks like only a couple of mutas escape. The two Zerglings, though, do actually kill the extractor at the natural. Amusingly enough, but as Locum said, it doesn't really matter at this point. 34 supply for Hyuk against just 19 of Action. So it looks like Hyuk is going to be able to even up the score here, 1-1 in this series. Action just kind of hiding over his spore colony there. No, it looks like he's just going to send his mutas to go counterattack. Just use the spore colony to keep himself alive. I don't think that'll be enough. I think you need something like just 4 mutas to be able to attack down a spore colony, and Hyuk definitely has more than that. And it looks like Hyuk is actually just going to try and intercept this muta counterattack with some Scourge. So that's not going to be able to do anything. Looks like Hyuk not actually just going to try and brute force down the spore. Just going to micro around, snipe some drones, and oh, looks like the Scourge. Wait, where Hyuk's mutas going? All right, looks like Hyuk's muta is actually going on an intercept course, pulling back now. And Action, has he? There's like a red dot still at the natural. I think Action has actually made a hatchery there finally. Looks like some Zerglings running into Hyuk's natural. Yeah, there's a hatchery there now. Just finished it, looks like. But I don't think Action can really defend that. He's just like trying to buy time with these fancy Zergling sneak Zergling sneaks and Muta runarounds. Looks like he actually tried to build a creep colony there at the natural, but ran out of money, so the creep didn't build. Wanted to make a spore colony there, I would imagine. But Hyuk is going in once again. Oh, gonna get a bunch of Scourge for free there. And it's actually, is he gonna pick away the Spire? No, he's just gonna go after the Spore Colony now. Feels like he does have enough, and he's gonna take that down. One Scourge coming in and hitting, but it doesn't even matter. There's way too many Mutas there. Action's Muta's coming in, but he cannot engage. The Spore Colony's already gone. He's losing so many drones. Looks like he's just gonna go for it. Hyuk doing a good job microing down the Scourge, and nope, gonna take a couple Scourge hits there at the end. But I mean, he's at what, 40 supply against 17. GG from Action, and Hyuk makes it 1-1 between SKT and KT.
My volume there?
Could probably still be a touch louder. Let me also make you a little bit louder on my thing.
Yeah, that game was very Hyuk even went for speed before lair. And when you go over it's like that, like when you go over gas, you really need to get those mutas up. Like 6 mutas up. Very fast.
See.
And he just didn't do enough damage with the over gas build.
Alright, cool. Are you ready to go in the next VOD?